3 years after the publication of her highly successful memoir, Lady Anne Glenconner has written a follow-up, Whatever Next? Lessons from an Unexpected Life. It came in response to thousands of letters addressed to the 90-year-old asking for more and thanking her for her candor in her first book. Lady-in-Waiting chronicled her extraordinary life as a lady-in-waiting to Princess Margaret and wife of co-lieutenant, Lord Glenconner, a violent and abusive man who took his bride to a brothel on their honeymoon. Lady Glenconner became an agony aunt and a gay icon, with many young gay men thanking her for writing about her son Henry's homosexuality and death from AIDS and asking for advice on coming out to their parents. As a result of the brothel story, she has also been approached by complete strangers asking for help. In an interview with The Times earlier this month, she recalled one man admitting how glad he was to be sitting next to her at dinner because he needed some advice. His wife had lost her libido. I said, "Well, I'm 90. I'm not sure I'm quite the right person." But he seemed perfectly serious. We went through his wife's libido. While her new book includes the same characteristic wit and the stoic advice typical of her generation, it also contains bracing honesty as Anne reflects on some of her darkest moments, particularly within her marriage. Lady Glenconner married the Honourable Colin Christopher Paget Tennant, son of the 2nd Baron Glenconner, in 1956. Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, and Princess Margaret were among the guests at the wedding. Anthony Armstrong-Jones, Margaret's future husband, was the photographer. Lord and Lady Glenconner had 5 children, 3 sons and twin daughters, and divided their time between Mustique, St. Lucia, the island Colin owned, and the UK. However, there was a much darker side to the marriage, an abusive and serially unfaithful husband and the loss of 2 of their sons. In her new book, Anne opened up about her volatile relationship, a move that was in part influenced by Queen Camilla. She explained that she wanted to write about the abuse and had agreed with her children that it was the right time. In recent years, domestic abuse has been talked about more openly and constructively, with advocates encouraging the conversation to become more widespread. According to Lady Glenconner, Camilla has done a wonderful job to bring domestic abuse to the fore, adding, "People talk about it." The former Duchess of Cornwall has long been praised for her tackling of taboo subjects. She has highlighted the work of domestic violence charities for more than 7 years, and recently committed to continuing to do so as Queen Consort. Speaking about domestic violence with Vogue in June, she said, "I think we all know somebody who it's happened to. I was hearing it too often, from friends who knew friends, and I thought maybe I ought to look into it to see if there was somewhere for me to help. There's been such a taboo. People can still love the people that abuse them, and feel such guilt and such shame that they think it's their fault, so they bury it. It becomes a sort of terrible hidden secret." Camilla went on to applaud women for their confidence in telling their stories and flying the flag for their gender. She said, "I meet so many women who I find totally inspirational. Those are the stories I love hearing, people who started with no confidence and they go on to make a mark in the world."